Hey, today I'm taking a look at the Loop SK03 EDC flashlight. It's a little EDC like fidgety style flashlight with this like multifunction bracket on the side that acts as a pocket clip and like a box cutter and bottle opener. It's got a TIR optic with like a Fresnel style lens in the middle and a bit of a pebble finish. There's no glass, which it would be great if it had a glass to protect it because the TIR plastic might get scratched a bit. This seems to be made of a stainless steel, while the body is mostly aluminium. And then the little button is also made of stainless steel. It's got a really beautiful finish. It changes color in the light. So yeah, really cool tail cap. So inside, it's a 14500 lithium ion cell. It also supports your standard AA alkaline and NIM rechargeable. You can just use the USB-C charging port here to charge the cell, and it's got an included USB-A to C charging cable. There's a spare O-ring in case you break the O-ring here. You can just swap the spare on. Just looking at the quality, it's actually got pogo pins on the PCB there. So there's a bunch of little dots there, pogo pins. They help press against the inner tube. So there's a inner and outer tube to carry the signal for turning this on and off and changing modes. And there's the other, other tube for the main power. Just one note on this, when you're putting this bracket on and off, it needs to line up perfectly with the 3 screws around the edge. So there's 3 screws. So you just line that up, and once it's in place, you can just put the tail cap on. Aside from the main cool white emitter, you can get this in other color temperatures. There's other LED options. Aside from the main one, you've got these side emitters too. So there's about 6 around in groups of 3. So you've got 6 different groups. They're little COB emitters, and they act like electronic tritium vials. So you can actually see they're turned on. Just click it 5 times to turn it off. It's a bit hard to see. We got so much light. That's off, and on, do 5. So now it's on. Cool. So to turn, that's on a really low, really low mode, and they act like tritium vials or glow sticks at night. It's actually 2 little slots there that you could put. So there's one slot there and there's one there where you could potentially put a glow stick or a tritium vial. But yeah, you can turn these on by just holding and then releasing. It's on high, and you can cycle between low, high, and beacon. So now it will flash. And hold again for low. So there's 4 different diffusers. We can chuck the, say, red one on, for example. I'll try and clip it on. There we go. So hold, it's on, get to high. You can see it's red. So you've got 4 different diffusers to choose from. You can just rip them off or plonk it on. It's a bit tricky to take them on and off. So let's pull that off without snapping it. There we go. It came in this little box. It's a really miniature style instruction manual. They also gave me a big A4 sheet of paper. So it's claiming 1000 lumens for the output and 120 meters for the beam distance. So I'm going to go ahead and do some testing. So I'll post my results here, and we'll go through the results and see how it actually performs. You do have the choice to use this pocket clip too, which you could attach to a hat. It's a reversible pocket clip, so you can just take the bracket off and smack it on the side. Let's take a look at the bracket. This is the multifunction bracket that comes with the SK03 Pro. So it's a little aluminium bracket, and it's got this multi-tool, so I can open it, and there's a little bottle opener and a package opener. I can rotate this a little bit to lock it into place. So there's little ball bearings in there, I think. So I can close it and lock it into place, or open it. There is enough resistance to keep it closed without having to lock it, but if you want to lock it, you can lock it like that. Let's try out the package opener. Oh, got it back to front. helps if I do it the right way around. Cool. So that's mostly gone through. So it survived opening an Amazon package. Here is another Amazon package. That hasn't really done much. Try it in reverse. I mean, it's getting there, but it's obviously not very sharp, so not too fussed about accidentally cutting myself, although that has happened on a different knife. So if I unlock that, I can close it. There's actually two magnets. There's a magnet here, there's a hammer, and another magnet here. So I can attach that. And it's sort of strong enough to hold its own weight, so you could have the light set up in a work light scenario. So if you want that under a car, just attach that to a metal frame, turn on the torch, and you're good to go. So the multifunction bracket, it's quite handy. Got the magnets, that multi-tool can lock in and out. There is a hole there for a lanyard, so you could put a lanyard if you want. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to play around with. That is the multifunction bracket. Okay, so this is what those little lights look like when they're on the lowest mode. It's pretty cool. Let's turn them on. So that's the low. That's high. I'll turn them off. And let's use the main emitter. That's low. Medium. High. Turbo. So yeah, turbo is pretty good. Let's switch back to low. So go between each one. Oh, there we go. Medium, high. Look at that little, it's like a handle. So you can really light up the path at night. Let's go back to, whoa, low. So it's pretty cool. It's a bit of a creek down there. See if there's duckies. Oh, there's a couple of duckies. Hello. The color temperature of this cool white emitter is supposed to be about 6500 Kelvin, but I measured a CCT of around 5300 Kelvin, so it's a little bit warmer than expected. The color rendering index is on the low side at about 69, and the DUV is a little bit green, so I'd highly recommend the Nichia 519A 4000 Kelvin high cry emitter instead. The lumen output that I measured is a little bit lower than expected, but the runtimes are still impressive nonetheless, and they're pretty close to the advertised claims. The only one that was a little bit short was the mid output. We're using a 14500 cell that finished around 6 hours 50 something minutes instead of 10 hours. But yeah, the output's pretty stable with a NIM cell compared to a 14500 cell. Overall, the build quality of the LOOP SK03 Pro is better than I expected, and it's something I can comfortably recommend to any flashlight enthusiast. Like, this futuristic style looking torch is just awesome. I'd love to see what else Loop gear comes out with in the future. I know that just a small team of flashlight enthusiasts, and they're coming up with all these cool models, like the SK01 S LEP is really, really cool with a zoomable LEP, and now this for EDC. Be great to see what they come out with next. If you'd like to see more information about how I've gone and tested this, check out my blog. I've got a full post there with much more details. And if you'd like to get this, check out the link below in the description, and there's a Loop Gear link to the official website where you can get it, or you can get it on Amazon or somewhere like that. Cheers, thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe and like the video. If not, that's fine. Yeah, I'll catch you around the flashlight community.